Yo, lock. These niggas stuck, man. Yeah.
Wow. I've been eating pot belly, greasy face, Glock heavy. Feed the safe, talking shit, do not tell me. I don't wanna see the hate, all that shit do not help me. I'm just trying to plead my case to the most high. Pray I see the gates. I was about to Cancun, but we just got the house instead. Covered all of their payment, and now she got the bobblehead. Looking at me like dinner, she said she about to gobble lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow lead. Point the beam like a pencil, and then you gotta swallow it. Pack my bag with essentials, I can't forget the hollow tip. Niggas losing they mental, and Satan come demolish it. Niggas all on they mental, and get the whining like a bitch, just like iron, they rust. Niggas trying, they luck, keep it real. Everybody out here lying, save us, steady raising dead. They was out here lying, then dust. Niggas on my head, so the brotherhood is a must. Any hood, I be riding with my brothers that I trust. Know I'm good, cause they slime with their fingers on the clutch. Money piling like I'm trying to make it stack in the rush. One west to the death, and that ain't even enough, cause I'm coming back. I ain't never done with that, going ahead and spread your lies. I'ma let you run with that, wanting me to spread the thighs. I ain't having fun with that, nigga, hell no. Then she wanna chop it up like a lumberjack. Got some exes popping up, trying to run it back. Want me come and hit the hole like a running back. If the Lord take a soul, ain't no coming back. All my soul couldn't fold like 100 racks. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, Lord nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, Lord nigga.
The full Nicky on my waistline like a big nigga. No limit, I'm a tank, cold game, hit different. We focus on who around, not concerned with who's missing. My boots digging, never been a house shoe. She don't like it, but she love me. I can tell when she want me. Tell, then I sit the body bag like a onesie. I'm dropping every day, let my feel clumsy. Through the pain, but we don't find shit funny. I know enough that I don't know shit. It's one thing I know this. Never bite the hand that feeds you, never lend a whole shit. We don't want half of the world, man, we coming for this whole shit. But in the world, I was known to pack a bag like a road I'm trip. In the den with the lions, I be living this in real life. Ain't everything, but you gon' lose your soul, that's a real place. Getting led by a coward, I don't know what that feel like. Black on black, toes to my head, I can't kill Christ.
I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, Lord nigga. I'm down for my niggas, I up for my niggas. I go and do the time, stay stuck for my niggas. I ride for my niggas, I die for my niggas. One west to the death, no lie, Lord nigga.
All right, most time Christ. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Brakatham, Yahweh Shemar, Thumb Bashim Yahshua. I'm preaching officer 5,000 Yedai, holding it down. You know what I mean? For tonight's Thursday night class. Understand something. As blacks, First Nation, and Latinos, man, we got to understand now it's important for us to come back to our identity, to come back to our culture on who we are. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the Israelites of antiquity. I will be taking all questions tonight. If you have any questions, type them in. You know what I mean? First, if I could, let me get Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. We got to understand something like, especially during this time, our people right now are, gearing up, you know what I mean, for the worst that America has to offer. You want to celebrate Halloween. You want to celebrate Christmas. You want to celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. Esau getting ready to cut the food stamps off. This government shutdown stays on. They're going to be fighting over the food. And let me tell you something as blacks, Latinos, and First Nation man and woman. This time period that we in right now, we got to understand what's truly important. Halloween is not important. Worrying about, you know what I mean, trying to please yourself, you know what I mean, and destroy yourself at the same time, because that's all that is when you go out there and celebrate the holidays of the oppressor. There are more prevalent and more important things that we must focus on as the Lord's chosen people. And I'm going to show it to you. Give me Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. Bubba for sure.
This is the book of
Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans. This is the book of Romans, 13 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
The Bible says that it is high time to awake out of sleep. The problem is, everybody is asleep, but everybody claims to be woke, especially in this time. They be saying, stay woke, brother. Stay woke. The problem is, black man, Latino man, First Nation man and woman, you are fast asleep to what's really going on in this society. You got ICE deporting our Hispanic brothers and sisters. You got them beating the hell, out of our brothers and sisters, putting hands on them, oppressing the Latinos, oppressing the West Indians, oppressing that black man and woman down there in D.C. You see what they doing in Chicago, what they've been doing in Texas and California and Arizona, man. Now is the time for us to awake out of sleep. We've been fast asleep to what the truth truly is. And the truth is, black, Latino, and First Nation man, our culture is so much greater than what we believe. They love to say our identity and our culture and everything with us starts out with slavery. That's a lie. That is a lie. We are God's chosen people, the greatest people on this earth. And it's time for us to wake up to that fact. It's time for you to come back to your identity and to put off, the things of this world, the things of this society, wanting to go out there and dress your kids up in ghouls and goblins. You want to go out there and dress, provocative. If you a sister, give you a license to be a whore, give a brother a license to be a whoremonger. We can't continue to do that, man. The Bible says that in that knowing the time, that it's high time to awake out of sleep. Keep going.
Khan. For now is
yes, you are. To the brother that asked that question, Felix, if your father's Puerto Rican, because it's who your father is. If your father's a Puerto Rican brother, then you are. The Puerto Ricans are of the tribe of Ephraim. Like, I'm a black man in America, a Negro. I'm from the tribe of Judah. Ibad Hayah is a West Indian. He's from the tribe of Benjamin. Brother, if you are Puerto Rican, listen, or Panamanian. Guess what? Let me tell you something. I'll run down the 12 tribes real quick. If your father, if your father is a Negro, you're Judah. If your father's West Indian, you're Benjamin. If he's Haitian, you're Levi. If you're Dominican, you're from the tribe of Simeon. If you're Puerto Rican, you're from the tribe, of Ephraim. If you're, Central American, from like Panama, Guatemala, you are from the tribe of Zebulon. Colombia to Uruguay is Asher. Gad is the Native American Indian. Reuben is the Seminole Indian. Argentina to Chile is Naphtali. The Mexicans are Issachar. Black, Latino, First Nation man and woman, it's time for us to wake up to who we truly are.
Right.
You're Puerto Rican, Dominican, Haitian, West Indian, and Cuban. If you're Cuban, your father is of the tribe of Manasseh. It's time for us to come back to our identity because we truly are family. Nosotros somos familia una raza. We are one people, man, blacks and Latinos. We are not separate. And it's time for us to come back to who we truly are, man. Because the oppressor don't want to see us come back together. You see what's going on. If I could, I'd buy just to deviate for a second. Look at Hurricane Melissa, man. Hurricane Melissa just hit, the Caribbean. Nobody is saying pray for Puerto Rico. Nobody is saying pray, for the Dominican Republic. Pray for Cuba. Pray for Jamaica. But they'll say pray for the Ukraine. They'll say pray for the Palestinian, man. They'll say that quickly. Nobody wants to say pray for the Puerto Rican brother or sister, or the Dominican Republic, or Haiti, or Cuba, or the West Indian islands like Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something, man. That's why it is important to come back to your identity. And let me tell you something. It's not about skin complexion. You can be, a light-skinned brother and still be a brother. As long as your father is not a conquistador from Spain, like if you are Taino, you an Israelite, man. And we come in different shades and sizes. I'll give you an example, brother.
Right.
People, if you look at Bob Marley, will you think Bob Marley is an Israelite? Bob Marley is not an Israelite, and he's probably darker than you, probably as dark as me as I buy. But here's the thing. Bob Marley's father was a white man. The white man and woman come from a man named Esau. We come from Jacob. So it's not about skin complexion. It is not about skin complexion. First of all, the scripture says that Ephraim is a cake unturned because he mixed himself with the nations. If your father is Puerto Rican and his father's Puerto Rican, and guess what? You are from the tribe of Ephraim and you are my brother. If your father is Dominican, guess what? You're from the tribe of Simeon, you my brother. If your father is Cuban, you're from the tribe of Manasseh, you are our brother. And it's important for us to come back to that identity and that truth, man. Into that truth. That's why it's high time to awake out of sleep. Read on.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Our salvation is nearer than what we believe. The problem is we want to give our salvation to everybody. And my question is, what do these other nations do or have done which is worthy of salvation? They already are in charge. They already are above blacks and Latinos, man. The oppressor in these other nations don't have to worry about that. Let me explain. Let me explain that for a second. Nobody gives a damn about the Mexican. Nobody gives a damn about the Puerto Rican, the Cuban, the West Indian, the Negro. So for us to try to give our salvation, which is only for the children of Israel, it's asinine. Because the Bible says that salvation is only for the children of Israel. And let me ask you a question, Lord of Chaos. You're saying that I am speaking hatred, that I'm hateful. Lord Chaos, let me ask you something. How am I being hateful if I'm just reading what the Bible says? How? Where am I using hate? I love the Latinos. I love the Native American Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Negro, the West Indians, you know what I mean, the Cubans. I love our people. I love our people. And that ain't hatred. That's real love. And if my words mean nothing, then why are you still here? Oh, yeah, the Bible does say that. All right, Bob, when you get a chance, give me John 4:22. Now, we're going to do this, brother. We are going to have to go and see what the Bible says. Let's see what the Bible says. I'll show you that salvation is only for the Israelites. I can show that to you. Shalom, sis. Give me the book of John, chapter 4, I bought in verse 22. I'll give you 4 and 5 scriptures. You know what I mean? That the Bible and it's only for the children of Israel. Okay. And when you get, and after that, I bought, get me the pedigree of your fathers in Numbers. Yes, sir. Because what we got to understand, right? Your lineage is passed down from who your father is. I'll break it down for you like this. If I plant an apple in a field of oranges, right, what's going to come up? An apple is going to come up. Even though I'm planting them, I'm planting an apple seed in an orange field. It may look different. It may have a different color, but it's always going to be an apple, no matter the soil that you planted in. A black man, when he puts his seed, a black man can only create another black man. A Latino can only create another Latino. Don't get me wrong. Your mother is important because we're not supposed to intermarry. But if you have a white man who sleeps with a Latino woman, that child is white. There's no such thing as mixed. Right. You are who your father is. You are who your dad is. Yes, the father is the one that plants the seed. Even when you look, also, I bought whole Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. I'll show you that as well. But give me John chapter 4 and verse 22. Oh, I'm going to talk about that, Abdullah. I knew that was coming. Go ahead, Ibad. Read John chapter 4 and verse 22. Yes, sir. Because Lord of Chaos said that salvation is for everybody. I'm going to show you that salvation is only for the Israelites. Read what you got.
Yes, sir. This is the book of John chapter 4 and verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
Salvation is of who?
The Jews.
Salvation is for everybody.
The Jews.
Salvation is of the Jews. No, thank you, brother, for tuning in, man. And that's what we got. That's what's important, man, for blacks and Latinos, for us to come back to who we truly are, because we're the real Jews, and salvation is for the Jews. It says, for ye worship, well, you know not. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. That's in the Bible, in the New Testament, by the way. This is in the New Testament. This is in John chapter 4 and verse 22. For salvation is of the Jews. Now, Ibad, give me Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. Bubba Kashaw.
Yes, sir. If I may, sir, I'm
still
holding the fathers, pedigree of the fathers.
Oh, yeah. We'll get that. No, after this.
I'm
going to get into that, too, if you're not a Jew. I'm going to go into all that. Go ahead, Ibad. Read Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
Now, Lord of Chaos, let me ask you something. Ooh. She shall bring forth a son. Who's the one? And I'm going to go to Romans chapter 10 and verse 13. I knew you was going to go there. I knew you was going to go there. Read on, Ibad.
Yes, sir. And she shall bring forth a son.
I'm going to break all that down. Go ahead.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
She shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus. Yahawashi in the Hebrew, read.
Khan. For he shall save his people.
He shall save who?
His people.
Christ shall save who?
His people.
Christ shall save his people from what?
From their sins.
From their sins. Christ will save his people from their sins. Give me Romans chapter 10 and verse 13.
Yes, sir.
Because let me explain something to our poor brother, Lord of Chaos. I am going to break down Romans chapter 10 and verse 13, and I'm going to break down John chapter 3 and verse 16, because I know the Bible and you don't. Now, I want you to read Romans chapter 10 and verse 13 straight through.
Yes, sir.
And I will break it down after the fact.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
I agree with that precept 100%. Now, let me ask you something, Lord of Chaos. Who was Paul talking to? Who was Paul speaking to? Because one thing I notice about Christians, they don't understand context.
Right.
Who is Paul speaking to in Romans, the 10th chapter? It was for everybody? You're a liar. Read Romans chapter 10 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
We actually read the Bible, young man. He's only talking about Israelites. It was not for everyone, and I'm going to prove you to be wrong. Read Romans chapter 10 and verse 1. You took us to Romans chapter 10 and verse 13. I agree with everything in this chapter. But Romans chapter 10 and verse 1 tells you who Paul was talking to. Read Romans chapter 10 and verse 1.
This is the book of Romans, the 10 and verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and pray.
Wait. Read that again.
Brethren.
Who's Paul's brethren? Brethren. Paul's brethren is who? Israelites. Read.
My heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 1 says, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God is that who to be saved?
Israel.
Who?
Israel.
You're a liar. You are a damn liar. And this is what Christians don't understand. We understand the Bible and we read it here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. He took us to Romans chapter 10 and verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. I asked for context. Who was he speaking to? He said everyone. Paul said in Romans chapter 10 and verse 1, he said, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. Ooh, we. Ooh, we. Oh, yeah. I mean, damn, brother. See, now they don't read. Christians don't read the Bible. They don't. Like he took me to Romans chapter 10 and verse 13 like he had me. Right. But the Bible says, you know what I mean? Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel that they might be saved. So, in the context of who Paul is speaking to, he's speaking to the children of Israel. He's speaking to Israelites. He ain't talking to everybody. Give me Romans. Matter of fact, give me Romans 11 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Go to the next chapter. Because this is what Christians love to do. They love to pick and choose what Paul said without context and try to run to it like it nullifies everything else that was said. And Paul was not talking about heathens. Paul was talking about Israelites. Read Romans chapter 11 and verse 1.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, has God cast away his people?
Have God cast away his people? Did the Most High cast away the Israelites, the Black, Latino, and Native American Indians? No. Read.
God forbid.
God forbid. Paul is saying, God forbid. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid. Oh, man. Keep going.
For I also am an Israelite.
Paul is also an Israelite, man. Paul is also an Israelite. Read on.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Of the seed of Abraham. Keep going.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of Benjamin. Paul would be a West Indian brother today. Paul would be from Trinidad and Tobago or Jamaica or St. Lucia, St. Thomas. Paul would be fighting away in a hurricane right now that no Nobody gives a damn about when it comes to our people, man. We praying for the tribe of Benjamin, man, for the tribe of Manasseh, the tribe of Ephraim, you know what I mean, the tribe of Simeon, the tribe of Levi, because nobody gives a damn about our people, man, except for the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge, man. Now, let me get numbers. Let me get what I asked for with numbers I bought about the lineage of the father.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families.
They declared their pedigree, their makeup. When you go, you know what I mean, and look up a pedigree is your, you know what I mean, genealogy, your makeup. Read.
After their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of who?
Their fathers.
By the house of their fathers. That's what we got to understand. That's what we have to realize, man, as the Lord's chosen people. You were an Israelite because your father's an Israelite. It doesn't matter, you know, if your father is not Black, Latino, or First Nation, and guess what? Then you are not an Israelite. And to the brother that asked earlier about the Drewski skit, I thought that shit was hilarious. You know why? I know y'all saw the skit with Drewski when he was mocking the Purple Cats. You know what I mean? Mocking Purple Rain of the homosexuals in IUIC. I thought it was hilarious because that is not a reflection of the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge.
That's right.
Not at all. Not at all. It ain't a reflection of us. And to the fake Israelites that was offended by Drewski, you really need to examine yourself.
Right.
Oh, I seen a bunch of clubhouse rooms earlier. They was, Drewski was dead wrong. He was this, he was that. Why did he do that? Come on, Doc. It's comedy. Comedy is subjective. Can't be thin-skinned. But the problem is Drewski touched the nerve on what a lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all like to lay down and sleep with dogs. You like to lay down and sleep with white women after you go to camp. You like to go out there and get stuff shoved up your rectum like Gorilla Hebrew. A lot of you are undercover sodomites like Nasty Nate and Big Frida. Drewski was looking like Big Frida in the video. He was looking like Big Frida of the IUIC I bought in the video. I thought he was. I said, damn. So we don't give a damn about it. It was funny. It wasn't as funny as the skits that we put out here in the UPK.
Right.
That skit with Moneybag with Moneybag Mafia and Captain Zariak, Captain Akkad, that was hilarious. Right. That was hilarious. But I thought it was funny. Who cares? And if you're offended by it, you need to examine yourself. Right. You need to examine yourself because nobody in the Israelite school of UPK looked at that video and said, "How dare Drewski? How dare the comedian for trying to be funny?" Come on now. Right. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm gonna be mad at the singer for singing. I'm gonna be mad at the comedian for making people laugh. I'm gonna be mad at the juggler for juggling. Come on now. I gotta tighten up. Now, why could I buy it? I'm gonna tell you something else y'all need to stop doing. I'm gonna tell you another reason why Drewski did that. Drewski did that for what reason? Outside of being funny, around this time. Because he knows Purple Rain does those marches. But all he was doing was dressing up for Halloween. When you go out there and you put on a purple shirt and friend is on your t-shirt, you might as well be dressing up for Halloween, I bet. Right. And guess what? That's unlawful according to the Most High. Right. Esau in the comment section asking, who is me? Who the fuck is you, Esau? Who the fuck is you to be asking me, who am I? Don't worry about it. You're alive. I'll tell you who you are. You're the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And I am a priest and officer in Commanding General YAHANNA's, you know what I mean, army. Well, Salaki, in the Lord's army. Salaki. Right. In the army that the Lord raised up in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Christ, who set up Commanding General YAHANNA, I'm a soldier in that army.
That's right.
You have the Most High, you have Christ, and then you got Commanding General YAHANNA. And I'm a soldier in this army. Don't worry about who I am. Matter of fact, you should, because we're going to get acquainted in the future, in a distant future. And that's what's so glorious about the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA I.B.A.D. Right. That our job is to come out here and teach and build up our people.
Right.
Like the general been doing this since 85. Well, since the early 80s.
Right.
and held on to this truth, held on to this torch and never dropped it. Now the torch is in our hands. And guess what? We can't drop it neither.
Right.
We cannot. And if I could, I'd buy it. Give me the book. And a matter of fact, and it also goes into my topic of whom will you serve? I decided to choose, and which is so glorious, and which is the most glorious thing a Black, Latino, or First Nation man can do. We chose to serve at the behest of Commander General YAHANNA here in the Israelite School of UPK, under the Most High and under Christ.
Right.
That's our profession.
Right.
What will you choose to do? A lot of you are choosing to celebrate Halloween. A lot of you are choosing to celebrate Christmas, to celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't you know that they're getting ready to cut the food stamps off? How the hell you gonna get that Thanksgiving dinner now? How you gonna get that dry ass turkey? How you gonna get, you know what I mean, that nasty cranberry sauce now? How you gonna afford your candy now? The Lord is canceling Halloween. The Lord is canceling Thanksgiving and Christmas. You got other things you got to worry about. But I can tell you why you was shy. Let me explain something to everybody out there real quick. Hold Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. Black people, I want to speak to Blacks and Latinos for 1 second. We don't have to worry about EBT getting cut off. And I'm going to tell you why. Blacks and Latinos have been struggling in America since the beginning. If it's one thing that we know how to do, and it's quote unquote make lemons into lemonade, we're used to a little bit of struggle. You think this is the first time where we ain't had enough money to get food? We make do. We make do. You better put that spaghetti on. You better put them oodles and noodles on. Better get some beef patties, cut them up, get some hot dogs. I mean, we know what to do in here.
Right.
We know how to survive. I'm worried about my white friends. Like, bye. I'm worried about my white friends. Y'all ain't used to it.
Right.
I'm worried about you. Because y'all are the ones that really make up the ones who get EBT. We make up a small percentage of who is on EBT. Right. Oh, Billy Bob, Craig, you know what I mean? Oh, a lot of y'all, you know, Sally Mae, y'all are the ones that are about to feel it. Y'all the ones that when y'all go through a little bit of struggle, you commit famicide. You know what famicide is? They unalive everybody. Oh man, they get Esau go through something. He unalive everybody, including the dog. That's the only one I really feel sorry for. I'd be like, damn, he unalive the dog too? It's a shame. Shalom, sis, go ahead.
Who unalived the dog?
Okay, sis. There's something called famicide, right? Where it is prevalent amongst white men. That when white men get angry or they get destitute, they will come home and unalive everybody in the house. They will unalive their wives, they will unalive their children, and they'll unalive the dog, and then they'll unalive themselves in the end. A lot of them do that and did that. Like during the Great Depression, like a lot when the market crashed and the Wall Street crashed, man, Esau come home and bang to his wife, bang to the kids, bang to the dog, and then bang to himself afterwards. They do that. We don't do stuff like that. Like when you go through hard times, are you about to unalive yourself and the kids and your husband? No. We survive. We make it because they're not built the way we're built. If they had to go through a quarter of what we had to go through, they wouldn't have made it. How do we know that? How do we know that? And let me speak to Esau for a second. Esau, young oppressor young men, will write a manifesto because the girl that they like don't like them, and then unalive everybody in the supermarket, unalive everybody in that store. Everybody got to go. They said they're doing this shit here. I buy. It was like, Catherine rejected me. I'm a lone wolf. I am going to unalive everybody. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. It's over. It's over. Especially those in them little Catholic uniforms. I tell you something, man. They terrifying. They go to the school and unalive everybody. Because who's the mass shooter? Who's the one that abuses everybody and anything? The oppressor is. We go through hard times. We don't do that, I buy. We survive. We make it. And we've been making it. And we're going to continue to, Black, Latino, and First Nation man and woman. That's what makes the Israelite School of UPK such a glorious place. And when you come in here, you don't have to worry about such things. Right. All you got to focus on is serving the Most High. Now, if I could, who will you serve? Who will you serve? Go ahead, Ibad. Read Amos chapter 5 and verse 21.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Amos, the 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Listen, Ghost, you right. We went through slavery and so much worse. So much worse. We go through everything in anything. And our God said, I despise what? Your feast days. Your feast days. The Lord hates your feast days, your Halloween, your Christmas, your Thanksgiving. And that's why it's important that if you are Black, Latino, or First Nation, guess what? We shouldn't be celebrating those things. Let me ask everybody a question. What do you look like letting your kids go outside and knock on the neighbor's door? You know your neighbor is on the registry, and you know what registry I'm talking about. He got the red dots when you look it up. He's on there for abusing everybody, mainly children and women, and men too. You're going to let your kids knock on his door and ask for candy? How irresponsible are you as a parent? How irresponsible and inconsiderate of you. That's why our God said, I hate and I despise your feast days. What makes Halloween a feast day? Candy's involved. What makes Thanksgiving a feast day? That dry turkey and nasty cranberry sauce. And it's a day of mourning for the First Nation man and woman anyway. And if you're Black or Latino or celebrate it, then you are a damn traitor. That's the thing. And let me say this. Because I do this with the best of them. I do this with the best of them. And I just can't resist. And you're right. Oh, I eat good, brother. I eat real good. You know what I mean? Talking about you don't look like you miss a meal. You saying because I'm a big brother mean that's supposed to hurt me? You have a cartoon character as your PTR. Like you look up to a purple sodomite. That's what you do. And that's sad. A grown-ass man and you got a comic book character as your PTR. Because you have low self-esteem. You don't like how you look. You're probably one of those guys behind a keyboard that probably weighs 4 or 5 times the weight of me. I'm just saying. John Smith, am I lying? That's who they are. That's what most of them is. You saying judge not? This motherfucker came in here and judged me. Well, guess what? I'm going to pass judgment on you, and I ain't deny it. I said I was a big brother, but damn, you come in here, you at home right now when you draw 600 pounds. Women don't like you, so you got to go on those websites looking at women or men because it's 2025, Sawana, and they got proclivities in 2025. That's the story of your life, and the mad titan that do this, that gives you strength. That's who you look up to. Well, guess what? We look up to a Black man by the name of Yahawashi Mashiach, Jesus Christ.
Right.
You look up to a damn cartoon character and villain. And the sad thing is, to continue with you, Mad Titan, in your pathetic life, you look up to a villain, but tonight you met a real one. Tonight you met a real one. I'm telling you, they're going to be thinking about that later. Probably got bullied in school and everything. The hell I look like making a cartoon character as my PTR. I got to look up to Thanos. That's a rough one, man. That's a rough one, guy. Keep reading, Ibad.
Yes, sir. And I will not smell in your sour.
And let me tell you something. And I'm going to tell you why I said that. Because to the white man, we're the villains. Right. We're the villain to them. Right. So if we're the villain to you, what the hell do you think you are to us? And you ain't just the villain to us. You're the villain of the century. You're the villain of the entire earth. You do real villainous acts. Wow. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Real villainous acts, Ibad. I tell you, Ibad. And how do you know that you're the real villain? You strip people of their identity and force them to celebrate your days. The reason why Blacks and Latinos celebrate Samhain, which is a Celtic holiday known as Halloween, is because you forced it on Blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians. You did that. You did that. Now he's saying, no, we're not. And that's such a devil thing to say. I'm not a villain. Who's deporting Hispanics?
Right.
Who's deporting West Indians?
Right.
Who's unaliving blacks and Latinos on the street?
Right.
Who doing that? You are. You do that. You put mask over your face. You know what I mean? And go out there and abuse Hispanic mothers and children and elderly brothers and sisters because you're a coward. You're a coward. It's a sad thing.
Right.
It's a sad thing. And here's the problem. You don't even think what you're doing is wrong. You think you're the hero. You think you coming over here and unaliving the Native American Indian and unaliving the Seminole Indian was you manifesting your destiny. But it was rape, abuse, and a lot of unaliving. You're the true villain of the earth. You are. Plain and simple. And we're just exposing the fact of who you truly are. You should be proud of it. But your day will come. Your day will come. Go ahead, Ibad. Keep going.
Okay. Yes, sir. If I may, sir.
Go ahead, Ibad.
It just reminds me of Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 19, where it says, surely our fathers have inherited lies, like with them trying to take away our history and their curriculum. They're trying to justify, make America great again. They're trying to like build up their morale.
Absolutely.
In Esau's kingdom. They're trying to hold back to what they had. They're trying to say, yeah, we the good guys. We the ones. But
you're the good guy. You wear the white cape. You know what I mean? Right. You wear the white robe. You look up to genocidal comic book characters that unalive everybody. Got the nerve to cover my comments and say, well, you do it to yourselves daily. Well, your PTR is a guy that wiped out half the universe. And you want to say we do it to ourselves? Let me explain something to you. White men kill each other too, and white men unalive each other at a higher rate than black men unalive each other. You can look that up, but you probably look up the poor Charlie. Oh, my bad. Charlie Kirk's down there. You got to stop me, Sawanai. I keep doing this for poor Charlie. Charlie down here said a lot of foolish rhetoric on this app and on the Jubilee channel. Charlie went out there and said, well, white people are more likely to be unalived by black people. God said, God forbid. And another oppressor shot Charlie. Who shot you, Charlie? Oh, man, Tommy upset. He said, Tommy Kirk. I hurt Tommy's feelings. He said Charlie Kirk was a better man than you will ever be. That's what he said to me. Let me explain something to you, Tommy, and I want you to look. I'm gonna look you in your face because I know you're crying right now. Charlie Kirk was a piece of shit, and he's rotting in hell right now. He's standing next to Hitler and Stalin, burning right now, and he was unalived by somebody that looked like you and not me, and you gotta cope.
Right.
He's down there with Hulk Hogan right now. He's down there with Hulk Hogan, I buy it. Oh, man. Oh, you're Mexican. Oh, you're Mexican. Are you Mexican? Oh, my God. He's an Uncle Tomas. Tommy, el hombre blanco es el diablo. El hombre blanco es el diablo. You want to defend a man that supports the deportation of your people? Who supports the unaliving of your people? Who took our people's land? That's who you choose to stand with? Well, guess what? I ain't got time for Uncle Tom's Mad Titan. Do you mind if I borrow this? Because I could do it too. I could give people the Thanos snap too, just like that. Let me borrow that real quick. Let me borrow the Thanos snap real quick. I ain't got time for Uncle Tomas's on my live tonight. Not tonight. I had to ask the Mad Titans permission. He gave me permission to do the snap. Some people gotta go. Yeah, I mean, you can't be an Uncle Tomas or Uncle Tom in 2025. Good night. That's a rough one. You out here standing with poor Charlie and he down there. That's a rough one. Other Edomites ain't even get mad. They're like, yeah, we shot Charlie. They know what they did. Right. Charlie was unalived in the ghetto. In Utah. But you want to send the National Guard to Chicago. You want to send the National Guard to Washington, D.C. They're getting ready to send it to Philly. You know what I mean? The tanks came through a couple weeks ago. I bought just up a Spring Guard. But they unaliving each other out there in Utah. The oppressor unalives each other. And they want to talk about, well, you guys do it. Let me tell you something. All nations within themselves unalive each other. But we have laws pertaining to that where blacks and Latinos shouldn't. And it will be dealt with. It's going to come a time where we're not going to do that. But when another nation does that, that is an act of war. It's an act of war. And that's another thing that you taught us how to do. You taught us how to unalive each other. You did that. Unalive. I mean, I buy the segue real quick. I was watching Philadelphia versus the Mob on Netflix. And brother, I had to stop watching and go get a drink. Because I said, damn, Esau really be killing. They really be unaliving each other. They really be unaliving each other. Like one devil was just so casual. He said, yeah, we was rolling down 12th in Washington. And I shot him right there. He said, I got out the car and bang, bang. I said, oh, just is casual, smoking a cigarette and everything. And said, I got his brother last week. And then I put it in the chat. He said, then they came and popped him in the back of the head. He survived. He grabbed the knife. He said, God damn, unalived them. I said, these Italians and Irish are thugs. Somebody should get them off the street. Somebody should bring in the National Guard for these Italian gangsters, for La Costa Nostra. I said, well, goddamn. But then I said, wait a minute. But y'all only look at the violence that blacks and Latinos do. But when the oppressor do it, not only is it organized, nobody do it like the oppressor. Nobody do it like them. They go out there and get everybody out. But I said, well, damn. Like, you get a chance to watch that documentary. It will truly show you just how evil and diabolical the oppressor is, even to his own people. So don't come up here and talk about black on black violence when you unalive each other and our people emulate you. Why do you think they take the name Gotti? Why do you think they take the name Capone? Why do you think they take the name Michi? Come on now. You want to be an Italian mafioso, black, Latino, or First Nation man and woman. But our God said this. Give me Proverbs. Whole Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Go that real quick and then come right back to Amos, man. You ain't supposed to live like them. Man, I'm watching this documentary I said, these motherfuckers is thugs. But they want to talk about the violence that we do to each other. No, let's talk about the violence that you do. And it goes even back to on topic with Hallows Eve, with Samhain. It's a Celtic holiday. They would worship the winter solstice, the start of the winter solstice, and they would put on ghoul and goblin masks to scare off the evil spirits out there in their crops to protect them. It's silly. It's silly. And they would unalive each other too. That's white culture. Like being a gangster, being an Italian mafioso, doing drive-bys and all other stuff, that is white culture. Look up something called the Valentine's Day Massacre in Chicago and look up how many people, how Capone unalived. Like, and then try to compare it to like what we do. Like, you can't tell us that we're not trying to emulate you. So when you come out there and say, Esau, that we unalive each other, you taught us how to do that. We're emulating your culture. But our God said this. Read what you got.
Yes, sir. We're still in Amos, right, sir? We're still in Amos. Right?
We're going to come back to Amos. Give me Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31.
This is the book of Proverbs, 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Our God said, envy thou not the oppressor. We ain't supposed to look at the oppressor and what he does and say, man, I got to be like him. No. God said, envy thou not the oppressor. Don't look at him in his Armani suit and his Gucci suit, you know what I mean, wanting to be like him. And you take his name, too. You want to be Gotti. You know what I mean? You want to say, oh, I'm the boss. You have the underboss. You have the consigliere. I hate that. Like when you have when silly Negroes and Latinos do that, trying to emulate their culture. Where our culture is so vast and so much greater than theirs, it's beneath us to try to live like them. That's why our God said, envy thou not the oppressor. And what?
And choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways. Choose none of his ways. Don't celebrate his Halloween. You want to go out there and dress like a ghoul and a goblin or a whore because the oppressor does it? And yes, I said, what's a word? What's a word? I buy for a woman of the evening. You want to dress like a woman of the evening. You want to know who Sexy Red and Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla are emulating? They're emulating Marilyn Monroe. They're emulating the white woman because the oppressor's daughter is the original lady of the night, lady of the evening. That's her. You want to be like them. The oppressor is the original sodomite. Him and these other nations, that's their culture. And you want to take on their identity, their culture, and do what they do? No, black man, no Latino man, no First Nation man and woman. We can't continue to do that. We can't. Leave it behind you. Put it away. Lord Christ, Mawasar, Shalom, warrior. That's what we have to realize, man. We can't celebrate, you know what I mean, Halloween. You should have seen him on my live, Mawasar. Esau was in here in an uproar. But they got the hell up out of here. And a few Uncle Tomases and Uncle Toms. You can't continue to celebrate Halloween and Thanksgiving. Go back to Amos 5 and verse 21. And then give me Leviticus 18 and 21.
Yes, sir.
Let me get that, Bubba, for sure.
This is the book of Amos, to the 5 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
I hate.
The Lord said, I hate. Meaning God is capable of hate. The Lord said in Ecclesiastes, this is a time for love, a time for peace, a time for war, a time for hate. The Most High can hate. And you know what he hates? Read.
Yes, sir. I despise your feast days.
I despise your feast days, your Halloween. I despise your Christmas, your Thanksgiving, your birthday. Keyword your. It's not something that we're supposed to be doing. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Meaning I'm not going to smell that Thanksgiving dinner that you make. And I ain't about to smell that turkey, that cranberry sauce. He ain't about to smell that ham, none of that. He ain't about to smell, you know what I mean, the Halloween candy that you getting ready to eat. He said, I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Read on.
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings.
Though you offer me burnt offerings, meaning this. You offering something up to the Most High that is unknown, that is foreign. You know what I mean? That is strange. That's unlawful. Keep going.
And your meat offerings.
And your meat offerings, read.
I will not accept them.
The Lord said, I will not accept them. He's not about to accept your Halloween candy. He's not about to accept your Christmas ham and your Thanksgiving turkey and cranberry sauce and all that. He ain't about to accept it. He's not. Give me Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 21. And if you're a parent, you really should be ashamed of yourself. That if you're going to allow your kids to go out there and celebrate it, you are the worst type of human being. The worst type of brother, the worst type of sister. You know what happens on nights like that, where you let your kids go out. Anything can happen to your babies. And that's my big thing I buy. Like if you want to go out there as an adult and destroy yourself, that's fine. I could give a damn, but give the babies a chance. Right. Give the children the chance that me and you didn't have. Most of us had parents that did the best they could, that didn't know no better. Our parents, you know what I mean, did it because it was common and it was taught. But now that we know better, it's time to do better. Right. It's time to do better. Read, Ibad. Oh, go ahead, Ibad. Go ahead.
And if I may, sir, we need to understand that regeneration, reincarnation is real. So our children and our grandchildren are going to be the ones that teach us when we come back on the earth. So let's give them the fighting chance so they can give us the fighting chance and we can all serve the Most High in one consent.
Listen, what Ibad is saying is true and correct. The Bible says to train up a child in a way that is right, that he will not depart. You raise your children up right, guess what? And train them to follow the Lord, they won't depart. And the Lord sees that, man. Right. Give the babies a chance. Give me Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 21.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
Listen, when y'all think about Molech, you think about Rimfram, you think about this right here. I buy, you know how many times I got to break down that this is not Molech, that this is not Rimfram, like it's not idolatry, that this is just the Magun Dawadah. Right. This is David's name in the Hebrew, it's insignia. It's all that is. It's not of Satan. It's not of the devil. Right. You got to stop smoking weed and watching conspiracy videos. I know. But to truly have your seed pass through the fire to Molech, that's you letting your kids go out there and trick or treat. That's you letting your babies go out there and trick or treating. It's a rough one. Keep going, Ibad.
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the
You
Lord.
should not profane the name of the Most High, man. And for you silly fake Israelites out there, I be seeing you with defenders on your shirts. You be putting the Most High's name on t-shirts. Like you're profaning the Most High's name. You truly do. Like the Most High's name, Yahweh, should only be used for teaching purposes, praying, or prophesying. If you're not doing that, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? And you profane the name of the Lord when you let our babies go out there and pass through that fire of Molech to go out there and celebrate Halloween. To take them to that Halloween party at that church where you know they're going to get molested. Go ahead, Ibad.
If I could, sir, just to take it on a carnal note, we won't call our physical father by his name. So how much more should we call Abba, the God of the our Father of creation of heaven and earth, by his name without those contexts that you mentioned, sir?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You would never call your father. I couldn't even, I can't even think about that. You wouldn't do that because respect is due. Respect should be put on the Most High's name, man. That's why it is important to not let your kids pass through that fire, to not celebrate Christmas, to not celebrate Halloween and Thanksgiving. You got to ask yourself, who are you going to serve?
Right.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 13, I bought. Chapter 13 and verse 6, because people are going to entice you. They are going to entice you to want to serve other gods, to want to go to that church, to want to be in Islam. We're going to go over all idolatry tonight because all of that is idolatry. Christianity and Islam. I know y'all saw the video with that poor sister in that church under Pastor Winans, where he told that sister, "You're not listening to what I'm saying. It's 1,000 or plus 1,000. Like, who the hell are you?" This is why you got to come out of the Christian church, Black, Latino, and First Nation man and woman. And I felt so bad for that sister, man, because she's indoctrinated into that Christianity, where she gave all she had. All she had was that $1,200. And he's sitting up there talking about, "But that's not what I said." I saw another video, Sawana, of one poor sister. She went up there and all she had was $1.82 with her son. And she gave that. And the pastor just said, Another sister came and gave $500. He said, $500. Praise Jesus. She's going to be blessed. Let me tell you wicked niggas something, man. And how you don't know the Bible. All of the rich of Israel that came to Christ, that gave their offering. That went up to the temple. Salaki, that came up to the temple to give their offering. And then that sister came up and gave the 1 pence? Right. Christ said the sister that gave the 1 pence gave more. That's the one the Lord would honor. But you don't have honor in that Christian church. You don't have honor in that Muslim mosque because the Most High is not with you. You are greedy, selfish bastards who are not men of God. You serve your father, the devil. And we're going to go into that too. Go ahead, Ibad.
If I could, sir, there was also another account where the young man, when he kept all his commandments to his youth, and he said, "What more do I lack?" And he said, "Just sell all that they have and follow me." But he would look very sorrowful, and because he had many riches, and he was not going to follow Christ. The key in that circumstance was to follow our King, and you'll have riches in heaven. And when he comes, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta give up everything to follow Christ. We can't hold on to anything. We just can't let anything, whether it's our family or anything, we gotta give it all up.
What Ibad is saying is correct, man. Christ said this, that verily, verily, I say unto you, that it'd be easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle for a rich man to get the kingdom of heaven. You gotta cast all that aside. You gotta let everything go. If your wife leave you, hey, if your husband leave you, if your kids leave you, so be it. If your father or mother disown you. Listen, Christ said, "He that loveth father or mother or her wife more than me is not worthy of me." You got to be worthy of Christ. If they leave, I know it's going to hurt. If they don't talk to you, I know it's going to be rough. But your reward will be greater with our King. Our King suffered things that is just unspeakable when you think about it. When I think about what he had to go through, an innocent, perfect black man, for me, for you, because I know I didn't deserve it. Who am I to go back to who that old bastard was? Now is the time to serve. Now is the time to put the work in. Now is not the time to dwell on who's gonna leave. You got to focus on who about to rock out with you. Like when I came into this truth, I had many friends, many wives, many people leave me. But it's one thing I know for sure. Commander General YAHANNA is not going to leave me. Right. General Hyman, General Mayat, General Hazayan are not going to leave me. Captain Tawar is not going to leave me. Right. Captain Ahmad, Cap Ariel, Ibad is going to be by my side. He's not going to leave me.
Right.
Why would I? Sawana is not going to leave
me.
And I'm not going to leave you.
Right.
This is all we got.
Right.
And in knowing that this is all we got, this is everything. This truth is absolutely everything. Like I could sit here and go on a diatribe about how glorious this brotherhood and sisterhood is, but I would more so want you to experience for yourself. This brotherhood and sisterhood is unreal. It's what we all longed for when we were in the world. There's nothing greater. So I implore you, come test it. Come try it out.
Right.
Come see it for yourself. Listen, our brother, they down in Houston, Texas right now, man. Give Houston a hand, man. Right. Also, it's going to be where the Passover is at again, man. Going back to Houston. Getting ready to have a cookout. Getting ready to get down. Commander General YAHANNA doing it again. Big shout out to Captain Yatazak, man. Doing it up. My big brother, man. You know what I mean? Listen, it's work to be done. And it is work to do. And let's get it done. If I could, give me Deuteronomy chapter 13, Ibad. It started verse 6.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13, and verse 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul.
Which is of thy own soul, meaning if someone close to you, if your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, they come to you and tell you this of your own soul, read.
Entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods.
Listen, if your homie or your wife or your home girl, whatever, your brother, your son or your daughter, or your father or mother come to you and say, entice you, say, yo, let's go serve other gods. Let's go get down with Islam. Salami, eggs, and bacon, brother. Inshallah. Yo, let's get down with Christianity. Praise Jesus. Praise. If they entice you secretly to want to go and serve other gods, read.
Which thou hast not known.
Which thou hast not known, because the gods of these other nations, we have not known them. We haven't. What do we look like serving a white god? What do we look like serving an Arab god or an African god? That's all it is with Halloween. You're serving the god of the Celts, the god of the oppressors of Ireland, man. Out there in Samhain with the winter solstice. Out there, you know what I mean, singing the Rocky Road to Dublin. Out there fighting so-called ghouls and goblins in the field. You know what I mean? Carving out jack-o'-lanterns to entice you secretly. Let's go celebrate Halloween. Let's go celebrate Christmas. Celebrate your birthday. Keep going.
I will come. Let us go and serve other gods which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
Listen, our fathers ain't known these gods, and we ain't know these gods. Keep going.
Verse 7. Namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you.
They're namely the gods of the people. Halloween is the god, you know what I mean, of the god of the Celts, the god of the oppressor. Same thing with these other holidays, man, of Esau. Keep going.
Nigh unto thee.
Nigh unto thee. Meaning the God of Islam, the God of the oppressor, the God of the Africans and their holidays, that's for them. But if you Black, Latino, or First Nation, if you're an Israelite and you want to go secretly serve them, go ahead.
Or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. Thou shalt not consent unto him.
Thou shalt not consent unto him. You're not supposed to consent unto their gods. You're supposed to look at them and say, man, I ain't get thee behind me, Satan. The hell I look like celebrating Halloween. My kids ain't going out there to strangers' houses getting candy. Hell no. My kids ain't about to go and sit at the Thanksgiving dinner table. My kids ain't about to get no Christmas presents. Who the hell is the oppressor to tell me when to give my children gifts? Who are you? I reward my children when I feel like it or when they do good. I don't got to do that when you tell me to. I don't got to get together with my family on the last Thursday of November because you tell me to. That's a day of mourning for blacks and Latinos, man. That's a day of mourning for the First Nation and Seminole Indians, man. The tribe of Gad and the tribe of Reuben were all born in the Hebrew. And no black or Latino or First Nation or Seminole Indian should celebrate Thanksgiving. And if you do, you're a traitor. None of our people should celebrate Samhain, should celebrate Halloween, Hallows Eve, Samhain. You shouldn't celebrate that. Keep going.
Verse 8. Thou shalt not consent unto him.
Thou should not consent unto him. Meaning they come to you and want you to serve other gods. Don't do it. Keep going.
Nor hearken unto him.
Don't listen to him. They come to you saying, and listen, and that don't just go for that. That go for anything that's unlawful. People are going to entice you. They're going to say, yo, man, I got this new bud. I got this new weed. Man, I it. Don't come. It's going to get you out of my... No, don't do that. Because now you're serving the gods of the East Indians. Right. Now you're worshiping the god Shiva. Oh, man, we should go out and look at Egypt. I got a crazy nigga at the slavery. Shank know who he is. He be talking to me about Mizraim, Yediah. You know, we was kings. We the original people of Egypt. No, nigga, we was the slaves of Egypt. Right. When I see a pyramid, I don't look at it in its glory. I look at, damn, my back hurt because we built that shit up. Right. And you see what the Lord did to Egypt. The Lord made Egypt a desolate dust bowl. Right. A desolate dust bowl today. That should tell you something. We are not African. Black man and woman, we are not. We are the children of Israel. We are the real Jews of antiquity, man. Keep going.
Neither shall thine eye pity him.
You should not pity him neither. They go off and serve other gods. Don't pity them. They ain't supposed to be doing that. Keep going.
Neither shalt thou spare. Neither shalt thou conceal him.
Don't conceal it neither. Man, when they come to you and wanting to serve other gods, you're supposed to put them on Front Street like, yo, he trying to serve Samhain. He trying to serve Allah. He trying to serve Caesar Borgia. Put him on the spot. You ain't supposed to serve other gods. The Lord said this in Exodus, 20 and verse 3? Thou should have no other gods before me. There are no other gods before our God, man. Because our God is the God of gods, the power of power. Shema Yasha'ala Yahweh, Alahayana Yahweh Akkad. Our God is one God, black, Latino, and First Nation man and woman. And his name is Yahweh. Keep going. You got a point, Ibad?
Yes, sir. If I could. And there's a reason for this, because when Joshua was trying to bring us into the land, it was one person. One person made it started losing the battle. Brother. So if we don't do what was being commanded here, the whole nation can suffer because of it. Abba treats us, our Father, Abba Nawa, the Most High, he treats us as a one family, one nation. We gotta
one brother, not to cut you off, Ibad, but you bring out it so heavy. One brother ruined it for everybody. One brother messed it up for everybody. If you black or Latino, you shouldn't be celebrating Halloween. You're going to celebrate the same holiday as the oppressor when they abusing our people. My heart goes out to the tribe of I.S.U.P.K, man. Listen, man, when you going out there and you want to abort, you want to deport abuela. You want to deport, you know what I mean, our tias. You want to report our tios, our uncles, our aunties, our grandparents, our fathers and mothers, man. You think you so big, bad, and tough with your black mask on, concealing your face. You're a coward. You are a damn coward. Right. A coward indeed, man. But your day is going to come. Right. Your day is going to come. Because you hunting our people right now. But it's going to come a time where we are going to hunt you. Right. Oh, yeah. So you can hide behind your screen. That's what a lot of them do, and I love to see it. I love to see the little trolls on TikTok that do this womp womp behind your screen in your underwear, you're 300 and 400 pounds. Don't talk to women because women don't like you. So all you got to do is be a troll. You're a failure. You're a failure. You are a professional troll. But your day's going to come too. When you walk by, when you see us in the street, you put your head down, but you got the most to say online. Right. Guess what? You have no fulfillment or no real pleasure in life because you failed. And that's a shame. To be white in 2025 and to be a failure is terrible. is terrible. Like, how do you fail with a 400-year head start, Sawana? That's a terrible thing. If I had a violin, I'd play it. I'd play it for you. Womp womp to that. Go ahead, Ibad.
Verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him.
Listen, thou shalt what?
But thou shalt surely kill him.
Listen, man, you come up. It's gonna come a time, especially in the kingdom. If you come out there and say, let's learn about Allah, let's learn about Caesar Borgia, let's learn about Halloween and Thanksgiving. Boy, you out of here, Slice. You gone in the worst way.
Right.
You out of here.
Right.
Hold on. Here's the problem. We're not African.
Right.
You're right. A lot of them are living in mud huts. So we're not African. That's supposed to hurt me. It's a difference. And that goes to show you the educational level of you people on TikTok. Are East Indians and Arabs the same because they're brown? Are all brown people the same? No, they're not. First of all, white people don't think white people don't realize that white people are the same, but you're quick to say, oh, the Italian is different from the French. They're different from the German. Well, guess what? Just because you see black people in America, you think we're African. We are not African. Africans don't mess with us and we don't mess with them. They're a completely different nation. They're a whole different race of people. Try again. Try again. I'm talking about what Africans do this. Well, let me tell you what you oppressors do. You oppressors, because you don't know how to talk to women like you. You're on TikTok trolling because no girl will have you. Sad I bought. You up here looking at me. You supposed to be face first in cocaine with Sally Mae and Catherine and you know what I mean, and Abigail, but they don't want you. They don't want you. That's a rough one. You better look at what she's doing behind closed doors. He said, I'm married. If you on TikTok talking to me, what's your wife doing? She either out with somebody else or she got a vicious toolbox. Salakia. Because a lot of y'all don't touch your wives neither. They don't touch them, my body. I got to argue with this crazy nigga you die. I got to argue with him. I got to argue with this crazy nigga tonight. I can't touch you. Meanwhile, somebody going to touch her. Salakia. Oh, he left my body. He's smart. he figured that out. So now he realized 2 + 2 = 4. He making too much sense. That's a rough one. But understand something. He said, I'm still here. Never mind. She must be out with Tyrone. Ain't that who Erykah Badu told her to call? If I was still here, I would not have admitted that. I would not, on my rank, I would not have admitted that I'm still here. That means that is true. He said, arguing with you, brother, is more fulfilling. But guess what? I understand. Go ahead, half at it. Just know, I know what your wife is doing. And you know what she does. I'm sure she does. Because there's one thing I know about the oppressor's daughter. They do hate black men. They do. I ain't even gonna go to the other part, Sawana. I ain't gonna go to the other part because he know it. I wouldn't doubt that she does, but she probably hates you a little bit more because oppressors hate their wives. They do. He probably beat her. He probably abused her. God forbid if the chicken ain't thawed, and if you don't get the big piece of chicken, I can only imagine. But let's keep going, Ibad.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt what?
For thou shalt surely kill him.
Listen, you got to go. If you come out there talking about serving other gods, you can't stay amongst us. Keep going.
Thine hand shall be first upon him.
Thy hand shall be first upon him. Meaning this, in that day, if you come to me and say, yo, let's serve Allah, let's serve Samhain, let's serve Shiva, let's serve Caesar Borgia, guess what? If you say it to me, I got to be the first one to lay hands on. First one to throw that stuff. Keep going.
To put him to death.
To putting to death. And that's the importance of not celebrating these other nations, their gods, or their holidays.
Right.
You can't. You're going to get enticed to do so. That's not something that we should be doing as the Lord's chosen people. If I could, Ibad, give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 27. Let me get that. And if y'all have any questions, I'll be answering your questions tonight. Any questions on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok? If you have any questions, ask away. I'll be answering your questions. But it's the importance of not wanting to serve other gods, because the gods of these other nations are idols, and I'm going to go into it. Deuteronomy 4 and verse 27. Bubba Kashaw, let me know when you got it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy 4 and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations.
Our God scattered us amongst the nations because we disobeyed him. We disobeyed our God, so we were scattered amongst these many different nations. On why you can find an Israelite, a black or Latino or First Nation man and woman anywhere on the earth. Keep going.
And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
And we have been left few in number amongst these heathen. Keep going.
Whither the Lord shall lead you.
Go ahead.
Verse 28. And there ye shall serve gods, the works of men's hands.
And there you shall serve gods, the works of men's hands. Now you're worshiping a God that a man made. Somebody made Buddha. Somebody made Shiva. Somebody made Asura. Somebody made Amen and Omo and Ra and Geb. Good night. Somebody made Geb. Somebody made the Sphinx. Somebody made Allah. Somebody made Caesar Borgia. Keep going. Go ahead, Abad.
It's like we're worshiping something that is less than us. That is ridiculous.
Ibad, you a spiritual man. You look at that and say, why? How? This is beneath us. Like, what do I look like being in Islam? Slamming my face down on a rock and circling it 7 times. What do I look like being in a church praising a white Jesus? Like, when we went to camp in Trenton last week, me in the car rolled past a church that had a big poster of Caesar Borgia, and we were flabbergasted. Like, y'all still worship white Jesus in 2025? Like, we still have a lot of work to do. It's a lot of people that still don't know that Jesus Christ was a black man like you and me. He's from the tribe of Judah. He was a nigga. Like, you still serving white God? Shout out to I.S.U.P.K, man. My brother I.S.U.P.K down there in Georgia, man. Like, I.S.U.P.K came out the camp one day. You remember that I.S.U.P.K got on the mic, and the first thing he said, damn, y'all still worshiping white gods? I said, well, damn. I said, he right. You still serving the oppressor's gods in 2025? You still serving the gods of the Arabs, the gods of the Asians, the gods of the East Indians and the Africans today? It's a rough one. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Wood and stone.
Wood and stone. What's the wood? The wood is that cross you wear around your neck. The stone is that Kaaba stone that's down there in Mecca. The wood and stone represents Islam and Christianity. You look foolish trying to be a Christian in 2025 as a black man or woman. You really look foolish being a Muslim. Like, well, goddamn. Gods of wood and stone. There any more?
Yes, sir. Which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell.
Which neither see nor hear. Come on, man. They're not real gods. And we've been dealing with idolatry for a long time, Ibad. A long time. And this is what we have to understand and realize, man. Serving other gods has always been our detriment. Wanting to be included with the other nations and serving their gods. Like, our God told us this. Give me Baruch, the 6th chapter in the Apocrypha. Yes, sir. We're going to go to the book of Baruch, and we're going to go to chapter 6. I want you to start at verse 1. Bubba Kushaw. Baruch chapter 6 and verse 1. You know when you got it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. They made also a collection of money according to every man's.
You in Baruch 6:1?
Oh, Salakia, 1 and 6. That is Salakia.
Yeah, it's a while about. That's what we got to realize, man. Us serving other gods is not nothing new. Like when we went into Babylon, our God warned us of this. Keep going. 6:1. Baruch the 6th chapter. About.
Go
ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 6 and verse 1. Because of the sins which ye have committed before God, ye shall be led away captive into Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians. Because of the sins we committed towards our God, we were led away captives into slavery in Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar. Now, I want you to drop down to verse 4. Yes, sir. Verse 4. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and gods of gold. Our God told us that when we go into Babylon, we will see gods of silver and gods of gold. Meaning we would see different idols. Keep reading. Yes, sir. And of wood borne upon shoulders, which shall cause the nations to fear. Listen. Born upon what? Read that again. Born upon shoulders, which shall cause the nations to fear. Meaning other nations quivered at the gods of Babylon, at the gods of these other nations. Like when you look at these other nations now, they done got down with the oppressor. The oppressor said, get down and lay down. Now the Arabs and the Japanese and the East Indians, they wear Armani suits now. You got to get down with America. Well, our God told us, man, when you see these gods of silver and gold, to do what? Keep reading. Yes, sir. Verse 5. Beware, therefore, that ye in no wise be like to strangers. Don't be like the strangers, meaning don't serve their gods. Don't worship their gods of silver and gold. Let me tell you something. Commander General YAHANNA was going over this during the show, man, and what I love about our general, man, he never compromised. He never sold out. And that's what makes the truth so important. And why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is the home of the truth. Because your other Israelite groups, they sold out. Your pastor, he sold out. You got to be like the prophets of old. You don't think they came to them? They came to Mattathias. They came, listen, the Feast of the Dedication, Hanukkah is coming up. They came up to Mattathias and said, yo, you're a leader of the Jews, a leader of the Israelites. If you eat a little pork, if you hang out and roll with us, you know what I mean? Everybody else will follow through. They tried to get Mattathias to sell out, but he wouldn't. Mattathias unalived the brother on the podium, I thought. He unalived the brother on the podium because of that. For trying to sell out. And you got Negroes that sell out for less. Right. Listen, your pastor for sure sold out. Your imam for sure sold out. You got to be like Mattathias. Look at Daniel. Daniel, they told Daniel that if you cannot serve your God for 30 days, you can't pray to your God for 30 days and do nothing. Daniel said, okay, no sweat, shalom. And then went to go pray. And they locked him in the lion's den. Let me tell you what's so heavy about Daniel being locked in the lion's den for his faith. They starved those lions 2 weeks because they wanted them lions to devour Daniel. They wanted them lions to devour that brother, our brother. But the Lord shut their mouths. And food was consumed in the lion's den while Daniel was in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can I read? I'm about to go to it. People don't realize Daniel ate when he was in the lion's den. Can you go to, I believe it's in Bel and the Dragon. Go to Bel and the Dragon on how Daniel ate while he was in the lion's den. The lions didn't eat, but Daniel ate because Daniel was a man of God. Daniel, you know what I mean, had faith and the Lord remembered him, man. They set Daniel up. They set him up. They said, yo, we about to make a law where he can't serve his God for 30 days. We know. Listen, the Persians knew that he would not follow through with that. They knew that Daniel's faith in his God was so strong that he was not going to break. That's why they said if he do it, whoever does it gets cast into the den of lions. That's why they did it. But here's the thing. What they wasn't expecting was that our God is the one true God. And that's the God we should serve. You got what I asked for, Ibad and Bel and the Dragon? Yes, sir. I just got to figure out where you
Start with Habakkuk. Because what Officer Knock was going over to Monday was so heavy. You do know that the prophets lived during the time of each other. So during the time of Jeremiah, you had Isaiah, you had, you know what I mean, Baruch. Like, listen, like it was rank and order. So like you ever heard like the school of the prophets or the band of the prophets? Like during the time of Elijah, you had Elisha and you had Obadiah. When what was his name? What was his name? The king of Israel at that time. When he was going around, I want to say Ahab. When Ahab was unaliving the prophets, Obadiah was hiding the priests, was hiding us, was hiding his brothers. So we wouldn't get unalive. But then Elijah came and said, don't worry, brother, I got this. So the prophets walked during the time of each other. Like how you have Habakkuk in the Bible and Daniel. Habakkuk, you know what I mean, and Daniel walked the earth and was together and knew each other. Around the same time. Keep read what you got.
This is the book of Habakkuk. This is the book. This is the book of Bel and the Dragon, chapter 1 and verse 32. I'm gonna start at verse 32. And in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep.
Listen, that goes on to what I was talking about earlier. They would give these lions 2 carcasses and 2 sheep. Now, I need you to understand how much meat that is. That's a lot. Like that could feed us for weeks. Keep going.
Which then were not given to them to the intent they might devour Daniel.
Listen, man, they said we're gonna starve them so Daniel can be devoured. Keep going.
Verse 33. Now there were in jewelry a prophet.
Now, in Jerusalem, right, there was a prophet because they took the best of us into Babylon. Not every single Israelite went into Babylon. There were Israelites that were left behind. And there was a brother, there was a prophet, there was a priest that was left behind. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Called Habakkuk.
Habakkuk. The Habakkuk that's being spoken about here in the Apocrypha is the same Habakkuk in the Bible. Where the same Daniel that's being spoken about here is the same Daniel in the Bible. Because the Apocrypha is part of the Bible. This is the Bible. Keep going. So when you read the book of Habakkuk and the book of Daniel, it's talking about these 2 brothers. Keep going.
Who had made pottage.
Now, Habakkuk is in Jerusalem, you know what I mean? He making pottage, he making stew. Keep going.
And had broken bread in a bowl.
Now, he didn't broke. Now, Habakkuk got the stew, got the beef, it's fully cooked, you know what I mean? Got the bread, getting ready to chow down. He feeding everybody. Keep reading.
And was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. Verse 34. But the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go, carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den.
Now Habakkuk's just walking about like, all right, I'm about to go feed everybody. Let's eat. And the angel of the Lord stopped Habakkuk and say, Shalom, Habakkuk. You know what I mean? Listen, I need you to take that. I need you to bring that to Daniel in the lion's den in, you know what I mean, in Babylon. Now Habakkuk is like, huh? I ain't seen Daniel. I ain't seen Daniel in what, years? Like what? You want me to do what, Lord? Salakia. You imagine Habakkuk for a second. He like, I ain't never been to Babylon. He about to say it. I don't even know where to look. Keep going.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Now, what if you would have just said Kadawan Khan? What if you just would have said that?
He said Kadawan Khan. The same thing would have happened.
Kadawan
You know
Khan.
what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 35. And Habakkuk said, Lord,
Let me tell you something. If an angel of the Lord come to me and say, Yediah, I need you to go feed, you know what I mean, Officer Thubawan, you know what I mean, in San Bernardino. You need to take that and feed him. If I got to book a plane ticket or if I got to walk to San Bernardino, the angel of the Lord come and tell me that, I'm going to go do it. That's the only thing you do say when the angel of the Lord come to you. It's kind of the one kind. Because if it's coming from the angel, who do you think sent him? That's the only thing to say. It's kind of one kind. You know what I mean? It's a lot here. Keep going.
Verse 35. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is.
He said, Lord, I don't know where Babylon at. They didn't take me to Babylon. I don't even know where the den is. I don't even know where to look. Now he's saying, it's not that I won't do it. It's like, damn, how am I going to get there? I'm going to walk. Salakia. Keep going. I don't even know where it is. Keep going.
Verse 36. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown and bare him by the hair of his head.
Brother, could you imagine the angel of the Lord gripping you up like, nigga, pop, on your head, right here, on your head, grip you by your hair, and then boom, you in Babylon. Brother, I can't wait for that. I cannot wait to be ability to be able to teleport. Brother, just appear, just pow. I'm right here. Go ahead, Ibad.
And through the vehemency of his spirit, set him in Babylon over the den.
Could you imagine you being Habakkuk, the angel of the Lord gripping you up by your crown of your head, and then poof, you are in the lion's den with Daniel. Keep going.
Verse 37. And Habakkuk cried, saying, "Oh, Daniel, Daniel."
And he cried like, Daniel, oh, Daniel, my brother. That's probably rough for him too. Like, I ain't seen him in years. Keep going.
Take the dinner which God have sent thee.
Take the dinner which God have sent thee. And Daniel getting ready to tell you something real heavy. Keep reading.
Verse 38. And Daniel said, "Thou hast remembered me, O God."
Thou hast remembered me, O God. The Most High did not forsake Daniel. He didn't abandon him. He didn't leave him. Daniel was a man of great courage, of great faith, and strong will. He stood strong. He said, I don't give a damn about these lions. If I got to be devoured by lions for the Lord's sake, so be it. And the Lord remembered him and said, Daniel, you won't be devoured, but I won't let you sit in this den hungry. You will eat. Now, Daniel's in the den eating stew and bread because the Lord remembered him. Keep reading.
Neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee.
And Daniel also said that you have not forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. If you seek the Lord, you know what I mean, and love the Most High, that's Mark chapter 12 and verse 29 to 31. That you have to love the Most High with all your mind, all your spirit, all thy soul, and love thy neighbor, love thy brother as thyself. The first commandment is to love the Most High with all your strength, soul, and mind and body, with everything, and obeying the Most High. And the second is loving your brother as yourself. So if the Lord commands you to go feed another brother, I don't care if it's in Nova Scotia. If the angel of the Lord come to me and say, Yediah, I need you to take that salmon platter and go feed Knock in Nova Scotia. If I got to walk to Nova Scotia, not going to eat. If I got to walk, you know what I mean, to Louisiana, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Lacombe is going to eat. Nakawan is going to eat. He going to eat. I got to walk to, you know what I mean, to Milwaukee. Somebody else going to eat. Right. Got to walk on by. You're going to do it. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Verse 39. So Daniel arose and did eat. And the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately.
Now Habakkuk, the angel of the Lord, gripped Habakkuk, put him back in where he was in Jerusalem, and Daniel ate. And I always find this funny, man. I said, I know when Habakkuk got back to Jerusalem, I know he was like, Akim, you're not gonna believe what happened. Man, I was walking in the field, you know what I mean? The angel of the Lord, and then poof, I'm in Babylon, you know what I mean? I know Habakkuk's wife was like, nigga, where was you at? Where was you at with the food? Where the food at? What you doing? Why you got to make more stew? He go like, baby, I was in Babylon. I saw Daniel. I fed him in the lion's den. She probably like, nigga, we ain't seen Daniel in 10 years. You don't even know where Babylon is at. I know Habakkuk had it rough when he went home to Israel. Go ahead, I'm joking, of course.
If I could, sir, based on what just happened, Habakkuk had to double down on what he was doing in the work of the Lord after that.
You better.
He had to double down.
You better. You a prophet, you a priest and prophet of the Lord, and the angel come and for you to go feed another priest and prophet of the Lord, brother. If your faith ever wavered, you got to stand 10 toes down now. Right. For the angel to appear to Habakkuk is one thing, and that's why Daniel said, you don't leave those, you don't abandon those that seek and love thee. Lord will not abandon you. Scripture says, one of my favorite scriptures is in James 4:8. It says, draw nigh to God and God will draw nigh to you. If you stop eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, if you stop being a whore or whoremonger, if you stop being an unaliver, if you stop celebrating Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving, and if you come up here in the Israelite school UPK to seek the Most High, the Lord will draw nigh to you. The Most High will not abandon you. Right. He won't. Right. He will not. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Verse 40. Upon the seventh day, the king went to bewail Daniel And when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting.
Now the king, he loved Daniel. You know what I mean? What's his name? Darius, the king of the Persians and the Medes. He took over after Nebuchadnezzar. He loved Daniel.
Right.
He was worried about Daniel. He said, "Oh man, my nigga, he probably gone. He dead. I'm gonna go cry for him." He looked in that den and saw Daniel sitting there like, "What it is?" Sitting there with the lions, like, "What's up? I'm here. We here. Keep going."
Yes, sir. Verse 41. Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, Great art Lord God of Daniel, and there is none other beside thee.
This heathen had to admit that there is no other God but Yahweh. There's no other God but the God of Daniel, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, blacks, Latinos, and First Nation men and women. And as for the people that set Daniel up, keep reading.
Verse 42. And he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face.
Listen, those that set Daniel up, guess what? Them, and the Bible says in Daniel, the 6th chapter, it wasn't just the men that was thrown in that lion's den. The men that set, the Persian men that set Daniel up, their wives and their children. The Bible says that the lions made full mastery of them, devoured all of them. That's the God we serve. Another 3 brothers that served the Lord in righteousness was Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Them brothers looked at Nebuchadnezzar and his gold statue and said, "We ain't about to bow down and worship that." They said that whoever Israelite do not bow down and worship Nebuchadnezzar's gold statue, you going in the fiery furnace. Them niggas said, listen, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego were powerful brothers, man. Them brothers of great faith. They said, listen, they said, you ain't gonna like what we got to say. They said, even if our God does not save us out of that burning furnace,
Right.
we still not gonna serve your God. We not. We'd rather burn. And when Nebuchadnezzar threw them in there, the fire was so great that it burned up the guard that threw him in there. But when Nebuchadnezzar looked, he turned to his partner. Right. He said, "Yo, didn't I put 3 niggas in there? It's 4 in there." Right. The angel of the Lord was in there with Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Right. That's the God we serve. Okay. So my question is the same question I asked him when I taught the class. Who will you serve? Give me Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. Who will you serve? You're going to serve the oppressor and his gods? Or are you going to serve the God of the Bible? Are you going to serve the God of the Israelites, the God of niggas? That's who you must serve.
This book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24. Mm-hmm. No man can serve 2 masters.
No man can serve 2 masters. You can't. This is what Christ said. Christ said this out of his own mouth. No man can serve 2 masters. Read.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
Either you will hate the one and love the other. You can't do that. You will either love the Most High or you'll hate him. And a lot of you hate the Most High. That's why you're dressing your kids up as goons and goblins and you're dressing up like whores. Because you hate the Most High. But our king said this. Who will you serve? You can't serve 2 masters. Either you will hold to the one and hate the other. You clinging to the oppressor. And you hate the God of Israel. Read.
Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
And despise the other. Ooh-wee. You will hold to the one, but you despise the God of Israel. That you love the oppressor. Keep reading.
You cannot serve God and mammon.
You cannot serve God and mammon. Give me Matthew chapter 5 and verse 48.
Yes, sir. If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
It's a good precept to this is a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Yes, it is. Because if you're double-minded, you know what I mean? You sitting up there, you going to conflict and war with yourself. A man that war with himself is dangerous. Because here's the thing. You got to conquer your flesh. Your flesh wants you to sin. Your flesh wants you to celebrate Halloween. Your flesh wants you to do every evil and wicked thing that the oppressor tells you to do. But you can't do that. You got to serve the Most High. A double-minded man is definitely unstable in all his ways. Keep going.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 28, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
48.
Or 48. Go water, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Khan. But ye therefore be ye therefore perfect.
Our king said what?
Be ye therefore perfect.
You got to be perfect, man. What does it mean to be perfect? You can be perfect. They make it seem like perfection is just out of reach. When all being perfect is doing what our king said to do. It's doing what our God said to do. Right. Like the standard that what the oppressor said of being perfect, nobody will ever be that. Trust me. That's what we do. We ain't perfect, not by your standards, but by the Lord's, you can be. Right. By coming here in the Israelite school, UPK, you can be. You can be better than what you were yesterday. And you can be better tomorrow. But more importantly, be better today. Be perfect today. Go ahead, Ibad.
And the law is not grievous.
Listen, the scripture says, precept, the law of the Lord is not grievous. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The law of the Lord is perfect. Converting the soul. You'd be surprised what you do when you put weed down. You'd be surprised what you do when you stop celebrating Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving. Be ye therefore perfect as your what?
Even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect.
Even as your Father in heaven is perfect. That's how we have to be. That's what we must strive for, and that's what we must be. If I could. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
When it says, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect, when it says the Father is in heaven is perfect, does it mean his holiness, his righteousness, and his justness?
Absolutely. And let me give it to you, and you know what I mean, in simpler terms. Like how our God is perfect, unblemished, unwavering, you know what I mean? That's the standard. Right. Like, and that's what our people have to realize too when you think about our Father. The Most High gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. To be perfect in your Father's eyes is by doing what? Obeying your Father. You're perfect in your Father's eyes when you obey your Father. You become imperfect when you disobey him. Wow. And we've been imperfect for a long time because we chose to disobey our Father. We disobeyed our God. Well, like as our Father in heaven is perfect, our God is perfect because he sets the standard. He told us what we must do. Like our job, well, we have to realize, man, we understand what the whole purpose of our life is. It's by doing what our God said to do. That's Ecclesiastes. Give me that. Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Yes, that is the entire duty that we have to understand. Is the making sure. And you'll never know just how strong you truly are. But our God does. That's why he tests us. That's why we're not tempted above, you know what I mean, anything that is above measure. You are not going to go through anything that the Lord does not think that you cannot handle. Right. The Lord knows you can handle, you know what I mean, losing that slavery. The Lord knows you can handle losing that wife, losing that son, losing that daughter, losing your husband, losing, you know what I mean, everything. You got to be like Job, and Job was perfect. Did they not say that? Did not the Most High say that, hey, can you consider my servant Job? He's perfect. And Satan had to say, hold on, Lord. Shalakia, sir, he's only perfect because you give him everything. And he said, you want to bet? No sweat. Go out there and mess with him. Don't kill him, though. But I guarantee you, he'll still do the right thing. And Job did the right thing. Go ahead, Ibad.
I could, sir. Based, like you were saying, that he won't give us more than everything we can't handle. And this is what he does on the left-hand side, like when our wickedness. How much more, if we be righteous, can we, like, he'll give us the hand, like we'll be able to, like he'll give us, it'll be even, like we'll be able to conquer more demons, so to speak. We'll be able to have more strength.
Absolutely. And what Ibad is saying is so heavy. And one of my favorite precepts, whenever I feel weak or whenever I'm going through something, I think about Paul. Paul sought the Most High 3 times for something that was vexing him. And the Lord told Paul, my grace is sufficient for thee. And Paul had to say, kind of one kind. I don't think people understand the type of motivation that is. that you could be going through God knows what. We don't know what Paul's, thorn was, but it was rough that he had to seek the Lord 3 times. And for the Lord to say that my grace is sufficient for thee, that when I am, and Paul had to say, when I am weak, I am strong, I will glorify my infirmities, saying you'll never know how strong you are until the Lord tests you. The Lord is testing to see what you are made of. He knows what we're made of. He wants us to see it. He wants us to understand just how strong of a brother you really are, just how strong of a sister you are. Endure until the end. Bad times are going to come. But what are bad times without good times? Right. And when you're going through good times, just know you up now, but it could take a turn. Right. It always comes around. But the Lord put you in this position to prove what you are made of, to show you what real strength is. And real strength is having faith in our God. That's where our faith, that's where our strength comes from. Our strength doesn't come from, what we can do physically. How, our strength comes from the Lord, on what we can endure, that we can get hit no matter what it is, spiritually or physically, that we will not forsake our God, that we will stand strong and stand fast. Get that too, I get that too, and still be here. But let me know when you can read what you got so far.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Our entire goal is to fear the Most High. The problem is our people don't fear the Most High. You fear losing that woman. You fear losing that man if you're a sister. You fear losing that slavery, that elevator plantation. You fear losing your children. You fear losing that friend. You fear the oppressor and the things of this world. But our God is the one who should be absolutely terrified of. You fear the Lord, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You don't know fear until the Lord deal with you.
Right.
We should fear the Most High, fear our God, fear Yahweh, and keep what?
Yes, sir. And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. That's what it means to be perfect. To keep the commandments of the Lord. Keep going.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is our entire duty. This is what we are here for. To keep the commandments. That's our test. And that's the test that the Lord gave us. And that's why it is important to understand that we got to be strong. Go ahead, I-Bud.
Yes, sir.
Read the other precept.
Yes, sir. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 15. Mm-hmm. Therefore, brethren, stand fast.
Therefore, brethren, what?
Stand fast.
Stand fast. Meaning stand strong. Stand strong in this truth, man. Read.
And hold the traditions.
And hold the traditions. This is for the fake Israelites out there. This is for you Christians and Muslims out there that can never answer this precept. I'll never forget when General Haas, was breaking this precept down at Sabbath service when we were troopers, to stand fast, meaning to stand strong. Stand strong in this truth, man. Stand fast. Stand strong for the Lord. Read.
And hold the traditions.
And hold these traditions. These traditions that was passed on from Adam down to Noah, down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, down to Christ, our King, down to us. Read.
Which ye have been taught.
What we have been taught, because we've been taught these traditions. We've been taught the law, statutes, and commandments. We've been taught the way of the Lord. Read.
Whether by word or our epistle.
Whether by word or our epistle. That's what we have to understand, and that's what we have to do. If I could close out with one precept, give me 2 Peter. Give me 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. 1 Peter 2 and 9, Baba Kusho.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9. Mm-hmm. But ye are a chosen generation.
The Lord said that we are a chosen generation. We're the generation that was chosen, Black, Latino, and First Nation man and woman, to come up in this work and to come up in this truth and to change our lives. Read.
A royal priesthood.
The royal priesthood has always been the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. It's never been the Purple Rain. It's never been the Sakari. It's never been your AOC. It's never been your House of David, House of Israel. It's never been that. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under 13 Shield Commanding General YAHANNA has always been the royal priesthood of the Lord. Anything else, you're masquerading. You're no different than that silly skit that Drewski did. It's why you're offended. But this royal priesthood has always been the I.S.U.P.K. Read.
And holy nation.
And holy nation, a separate people, a separate nation, because holy means to be separate, set apart. Read.
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people, peculiar meaning special, a special people unto the Lord. Read.
That ye should shoot forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
We've been called out of the darkness of this world, of this society, into his marvelous light. The marvelous light being the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General YAHANNA. And with that being said, I'm your brother. I'm priest and officer of 5,000 Yedaya. I want to say tawada to everybody for tuning in. I want to implore you all to pay your tithes, man. Looking forward to seeing y'all all down at the Passover in Houston, Texas. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Commander General YAHANNA, the generals and captains, you know what I mean? And officers and troopers and sisters. And with that being said, man, I want to say shalom, and I'm going to pass the class off to my brother, priest and officer of 1,000 I.S.U.P.K.
Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge Security Announcements. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right out of 1 West, 125th New York. Under Commander General YAHANNA, rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Time, which is a commandment, found in the book of Numbers, 18 verse 21. In the book of Malachi, 3 verse 8 through 10, Ma'asher, means tenth in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is YAHANNA, the feast of the dedication, found on the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. This year, it will be Sunday, December 14th, 2025 for 8 days. Found in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. Remind PM and Aquafian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start with on black, book, hairband, his shirt, hairband, or scarf with that. Men of Israel, admonish them to stand. Men of Israel, don't give one courage to salute. Men of Israel, admonish Shabbat, admonish Barak, Yahweh, Shemiyah, Shah, rock the thumb. There's time, he sits down. Sorry, turn face sisters. This is Amaj. This is your Amaj, body, the head, body, the feet connect that with body, and then we right hand clap to your left, and we salute you, salute it back. Men of Israel, going to the sisters, one courage to salute. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Al-Thun, Ba'ashem Yahushua. There's the top, we sit down, class 2 minutes.